Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna pick up today right where we left off on this door. We've already got it all stripped down and everything, so now we're gonna take the paint off of it, see what it looks like. Guys, we're doing some of the metal work on this thing. We ran across this sucker right here, and I'm gonna try to get you in here so you can see that whole section right there. It literally looks like when the lock was in here, somebody took a hammer and just slapped that lock and knocked that whole section in right there. That's gonna have to come out. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get it out. But it has to come out, and the reason it has to come out, I can't just, it's pretty deep, number one. It's probably a solid, eighth of an inch at its deepest. But the reason that has to come out, this hole needs to be even with the surface, because if I just come over this with body work and make that flat, the thickness of this hole is going to be about that thick. And when you put the lock in, the lock goes inside these little grooves to keep it from turning. And those grooves can't be really thick because of the shoulder on the lock. So if I was to just cover that up with Bondo, that thickness right there would be real thick and the lock wouldn't clip in. So that's got to come out, and I'm gonna have to make a tool to get it out. I don't have any access really to the back of it to be able to doll it out from the back. So I'm gonna have to make something. All right, so I got you in where you can get a good idea how deep this is. That's my finger. So, it's a solid, probably 3/16 of an inch deep. So we're gonna do what we can to get most every bit of that out. Show you the tool I came up with. This is the little jewel I come up with. So my goal is possibly, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Maybe to get that down in there and turn it up sideways, see if we can get that out. I don't know, I might have to refine it a little bit, but I'll bring you back when we get her a little close to being ready. All right, let's see what we got here. This side is just about completely gone. Still got some over here I can get. Got a dent back here. I'm gonna see if I can tilt this thing up. And I got a place right here. Right there. got a little here. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. If I can manage to get this thing out of here. Hey, what? Let's just unscrew it. There we go. Wet looks a lot better. Sometimes you just got to use what you got, and if you ain't got it, you just got to make it. All right, let's see how straight. All right, let's see how straight we got it.
Hey.
All right. Had the neighbor come over and talk for a minute. All right, let's get back at it. Let's see where we're at. So my finger is back behind it now, and you cannot see my finger. So we got that took care of. Pretty happy with that. Little bit of body filler. But yeah, if you ain't got it, sometimes you got to make it. Do what you got to do. Like I said, you know, I can't get to it from up under the door, inside the door. So you got to go about it a different way. All right. Next. So up here where the mirror was at, the rear view or the side mirror, this is dented pretty bad up under here. It looks like somebody pushed the mirror towards the window real hard, and didn't really get it here, but it got it here, and it raised the bolt hole up. So this part right here is sticking up. I can't get back here. There's no way to get up under there. So what I'm going to try to do is knock this bolt hole back down. And I'm going to use what's called I call it a spoon. We'll see if we can get that knocked down. Yes, sir. That'll do that. I'd really like to get back there and pull that dent out. It's about, I'd say about that long and probably about that wide or so. Something other like that. I'd like to get that out, but I can't get to it. All right, guys. Another day done. We got all the body work and everything done on the door. A lot of body work. It's like the other door. The more I done, the more I found. Spin you around. All right, there it is. A lot of body work for a door that was in good shape. I say it on every panel, don't I? A door that's in good shape, it used a lot of body work, but we got her good and straight. Really good and straight. I'm gonna be real happy with how this turns out. I had to go over it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Had to go over the door 10 times to get it done. I've been working on it all day. As you can tell outside, it is quite dark. We'll be reapplying our rust inhibitor where we need to reapply it, like in that spot right there. maybe a couple other spots. I'll have to go over and look at it real good. The other side, the inside of the door is done. It has the, I may have already showed that, not for sure. It has the rust inhibitor on it. So all we'll have to do is blow that off, tack it off, and then it'll be ready to prime. And then the outside of the door, we'll have to go ahead and wax and grease, remove it, apply our rust converter, and then it'll be ready to prime. So, Lord willing, the creek don't rise, we will get this thing primed tomorrow. I haven't even looked at the weather. I have no idea. But for y'all, it'll only be a second. But for me, I'm fixing to go take a shower and slap the wife around for a while. And we'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, it's the next day. We're fixing to prime this thing. We got it tacked off. We've got it washed off and wiped off and clean. Boy, I just noticed my water is on, which means it's been on for over a week. Oh well, gotta spend your money on something. been quite a day. We got the prime done. Door looks really good. Spin you around, take a look at it. We got 2 really wet coats on it. That'll give us plenty of protection. Yeah, I think it turned out good. So that is everything. Now what we got to do is get ready to take the body off this frame. That'll be farther down the road. I've got to plan some guys, or plan a time rather, for some guys to come by and help me get that done. But like everything else, we'll film it. We'll film it. If you're new here, thanks, I appreciate it. Subscribe, hit that like button. If you don't like it, hit the like button twice. To all my subscribers, thank you very much for hanging out this long. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the share button, leave me a comment. Oh, speaking of comments, I had a comment, it's been a few videos ago, but I was waiting on a good time to address the comment. Somebody had said, are you not worried about all the panels out here? You know, when you're priming and everything, you got all that stuff done, you get overspray all over the panels, which that is a legitimate question, and I'll answer that in two different ways. One, when you're dealing with the 2-pack primers, the sealers, and all that stuff, they're really high solid materials. Okay, so what that means is in part, because it's a high solid material, it doesn't float very well at all. So it's going to drop to the ground pretty quick. So you don't have to worry about overspray so much. Yes, this is a combined area, so there will be overspray, which leads me to the second part of the reason why I'm not too concerned of it. Guys, y'all have to remember, this is just sealer. That's it. It's just sealer. All of this stuff still has to be sanded and in preparation for the primer that comes after that. Okay, so that's really why I'm not worried about that. Now, in the future, that question will become much more relevant when we get closer to our finished products. Our finished sanding on the last coat of primer and all that, we're going to start concerning ourselves with overspray, and certainly paint. But until then, it's just not worth the trouble of having to move this stuff all over the place and uncover it and cover it and uncover it. It's just not worth all that, so I don't bother with it, seeing how, like I said, it's got to be sanded anyway. But that's going to do it. I appreciate you hanging out, and until the next time, y'all go do some work.